Hello, my name is Christian. We live here in Austria, and that is
Ines. We live here in this house with
3 doctors and 3 cats and 7 chickens
That's right.
and 1 rooster.
And today we're gonna tell you the story of our natural pool, of our swimmteich.
Your channel for swimteichs. Nature in your garden and water that's alive. Enjoy watching.
So, how come we have this beautiful natural pool there in the back in our garden? It was in 2016 that we visited friends nearby, and they showed us their natural pool. And we heard that this is a very, very special thing because it's like a swim pond with natural water, no chlorine. But I mean, we have seen a lot of swim ponds, and they were all normally covered, most of the surface covered with plants. And this one wasn't. So we asked them what that was all about, and we heard that there was a man in Upper Austria who kind of helps you build these kind of swim ponds, of natural pool. And so the time we went home, in the car already, I gave this man called the Teichdoctor, so that would be pond doctor in English. So the Teichdoctor, I called him right away on our way back home from our friend's place, and the next day he came to us, and we were looking at our garden and at our possibilities. There's something we never thought about having a swimming pool or having a swim pond, because I mean, we never wanted to have chlorine, we wanted to have natural water, and we always thought, first, we cannot afford it, we just don't have the money to build or have a swim pond being built. And we didn't want chlorine, that was out of the question. And I mean, the plants really cause a lot of work, we thought, and that's why we never wanted to have, let's say, a common natural swim pond like many people have it in Austria.
And it is a do-it-yourself project. That means you work by yourself and you
Organize everything
yeah
yourself.
you're looking for a excavator and for a liner, and the rest do it yourself, and that makes the project cheap, much cheaper than a natural pool from
Company?
a company, yes. And that was for us the best argument for a Teichdoctor Teich or Schwimmteich.
Yeah, that's how we call it in English, swimmteich, because it's not part of any category that already exists so far. So we built our swimmteich in 2017,
Yeah,
in April.
in the April, yeah.
It took us how many months, how many weeks?
The work? 2 weeks, around 2 weeks.
You can do it in 5 days. That's how the Teichdoctor explained it to us. And you can do it. We have seen it. We have documented it with other projects. But it took us about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We had, one of the problems we had was that we had a slope a slight slope in the garden. So that was an advantage and a disadvantage. The disadvantage was that it's not so easy to build it.
Yeah.
You need a good excavator operator, and of course, if you then make this hill so that it's even, so that the ground is even, you have to make sure that this doesn't sink in the end, because then you have a problem, because the water level will sink on this side. So that was the disadvantage, and the big advantage was that all the earth that we had, we didn't have to take it away and pay for that. We just used it to make. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We used it.
Yeah, and we have a very good earth, like
soil. The soil is great.
Yeah. It was easy to work it within, and
a lot of clay.
Yeah.
Clay is the best to build a schwimmteich.
You must have a deep side on the natural swimming pool. The deep side around 3 meters, 3.60 meters in our
case.
Mm-hmm. And that is easier by a good soil.
Yeah, much easier.
Mm-hmm.
If you have sandy soil or rocky soil, then it's much more difficult to dig.
Mm.
We used TPO liner. The common liner to use in Austria and Germany and all around is actually PVC. But we didn't want to have the softeners in the liner, and that's why we went for a TPO liner. That's why we also mentioned it, referring to the costs, because one of the expensive parts of building a project like that is the professionals who know how to weld a liner. And that's actually, we found somebody who did it, and they did it well, but they came here with a hangover, and they were not very keen on working, and they were very much interested in finishing very fast. And that's why we have quite a lot of folds and wrinkles on our liner. But that's probably also because we didn't know at that time. We didn't know a lot of things, and so we just let them do whatever they did.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And 8 years later, the water is inside. The
And
liner is okay,
Right.
but it's not so nice to look when you have clear water.
Because you see the wrinkles and the folds.
And the color of the liner is green, blue-green.
Patina green.
Patina green.
Patina
Yeah,
green.
okay. The color of the water, it's more green.
Like a lake.
Yeah, like a lake, green
Like
lake.
a lake. Not like a pool. Many people prefer the bluish water from grey liner, but we wanted to have this.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so we already said it's 3.6 meters deep
yeah,
on the deepest side.
12 meters the longest side and 7 meters for the bright side. By the 7 meters bright side, 2 meters for the gravel case and 5 meters for swimming and
Yeah.
diving.
We enjoyed part of building is also the refinishing after digging, and we enjoyed that quite a lot, although it was raining, and because then you just go down into your project, you go down into the 3.6 meters depth, and you refinish the walls. That's, you try to make them smooth with clay or
The wet clay.
the wet clay is perfect for that,
yeah,
but you can also use, if it's a bit clayish, you can also use just soil, wet soil, and just smoothen the holes and the edges and take out stones that might be in the soil. And we enjoyed it quite a lot. And then it was quite difficult to get up. We knew that the welders, the thermal welders for the liner would come the next day, and we kind of didn't want to stop. We wanted to have it very well done, and so I think it was 10 o'clock at night when we finished, and we had a rope where we could climb up from the deep zone because it was all slippery. On the shallow zone, we have a depth of 1.4 meters, right? And that's also 1/3 of the whole water body. And then it's 1/3 the deep zone, and 1/3 is like the running from the shallow to the deep zone. And we, in our case, we decided to go for a baby zone as well, and that's 50 centimeters.
By the entry.
Yeah, deep. Right next to the entry.
Yeah. And after the liner, we fill up the water to the half.
The deep zone.
The deep zone, yeah. And then we make the gravel case, yeah.
The regeneration zone.
With the pipes, you can see on the videos and the photos.
Yes.
It's for regeneration, for the water. We fill up the water only for 1 time, and that's the same water like
2017.
Yeah.
Well, the Teichdoctor would say it's not exactly the same water because water evaporates and rain refills fills up our schwimmteich again. We don't refill it at all with other water than rain.
So we have no costs for water in the last 8 years. It's always the same water and it's working. We are very happy.
Yeah, we are very happy with it. Yeah, about the costs, as we said, at that time, 2017, it cost us about 10,000 euros altogether, with gravel, material, work, yeah. But as we said, we did a lot of things ourselves, like refinishing,
the gravel,
yeah.
to give inside the gravel, and something
we
like
also
this.
did the regeneration zone. The
Yeah.
Teichdoctor only told us how to do it because at that time we did not know. Yeah, and so ever since we were very happy. Actually, we had a very bad time with our schwimmteich in the second year.
The water looks not so nice.
It was so turbid, greenish, brownish. You could hardly see you could not see your feet when you were standing on the ground of the schwimmteich. And so it was our second season, let's say. We built it in 2017 in April, May. So we had the season 2017, and then 2018 we had
summer.
a real bad summer.
Why?
Well, I think we are never sure, because you can never be sure with a schwimmteich, with any natural water. It always changes. But we think that
we don't understand the real functionation of the schwimmteich.
the function.
We have many dirt in the ground. We don't give it up. I don't know why.
Yeah, we just left everything and thought we have nothing to do at all. And the Teichdoctor always said to us, be patient, swim in it, like it, and wait. And we didn't believe him. By fall, we were really kind of, we were about to take all the water out and fill it newly. But then we thought okay, we might as well just try some. In English, you call them actually not microorganisms, but you call them good bacteria. So after the turbid season, we decided in fall to use some good bacteria called effective microorganisms, and we did that according to the prescription. So every 5 or 6 weeks, we spread about 2 liters of these fluid bacteria into our water, especially the regeneration zone, and it helped, and the water cleared up.
Yeah.
And then in spring, it got turbid a very, very little bit, and I said, we don't take the risk to have a summer like this again, like last summer. We're gonna use these microorganisms all season long, and so we did. Our 3rd year, we just kept treating our water with these bacteria every 5 or 6 weeks, and then in fall we just stopped. It was always the same thing. Mm-hmm. We put the microorganisms in the water, it got turbid a little bit, and then after 2 weeks it cleared up completely. So we did that the 3rd year, and since then we have never ever done anything again. I mean, done, yes, we have maintained it. We have rinsed our gravel, we take out the dirt, we take out the detritus from the bottom of the deep zone, but we don't have to add anything anymore. That's actually why we were so fond of this idea of a Teichdoctor teich, because it's such a sustainable thing. When you build it, you don't need a lot of material. Okay, you have some artificial stuff like a liner, but then most of it is gravel. You use geotextile underneath the liner, and then you have this pond edge band that might be artificial, but all the rest is mostly natural. Yeah. And it's, if I don't want it anymore, I just take out the liner, the water, the liner, and that's it. It's just a hole in the soil. That's what we liked about it, and it's also, you fill the water once and never again. This is a big point for us.
We have no costs in the last year for nothing.
Yeah. Has it changed our life? Yes. Yes, it has, definitely.
It's more quality in the life with water in the garden. And the family sitting here on the terrace after the breakfast, talking together. We spring in the water when it's hot. It's very easy. Or in the night, in the late night, before
we go swimming.
Yeah.
Before we go to bed, we take a swim.
Yeah, it's really, really, really great.
We don't have to go away anymore if it's a hot day. We don't have to queue up with other cars to find a parking space near a lake or a swimming pool, a public swimming pool. No, we are so happy. And as Christian said, a social meeting point.
And on the skin it's a very good feeling, the natural water. You come out of the water and you have very soft skin, and yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And would we do anything different if we built it again?
Greater?
Bigger?
No, not really. It's okay. It's good size, for our garden.
But we said, we were talking the other day, and we both agreed, whenever we might move to a different place, to live in a different place, we would immediately build a natural pool again.
Sure.
And same system. Yeah. So we are really, really happy about it, and it has paid so much back to us since we have it.
The whole year. In the winter time we can look on the ice,
we even go skating.
Yeah.
And we have a hot tub and from the hot tub
in the cold
water. It's hard, but I can do it. I hope we could show you a little bit why we are having this natural pool in our garden, and what it does and did to us. If you're interested in more of this, and if you might have gotten the feeling that you might want to have something like that as well, just watch our videos and the dream is getting a little bit nearer to you. So if you liked the video and our channel, give us a thumb up, and be very welcome to subscribe to our channel.
And when you have interest for building of our swimmteich, we have a video here over there
Of our construction.
Yeah, and you can see what's the work.
Right.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.